YouTube, what's going on? Bear vs. Wolf. What do we got going on today? We're going to compare Friedman Runt 20, basically a real Friedman, to a Kemper. We also have the Kemper Kabinet in the mix today. We're going to see if their version of a vintage 30 sounds anything like a real vintage 30. And what I've basically done, I've set up one mic in the room here, just a kind of a room mic. It's not on the cabinets. You're not supposed to mic the Kemper Kabinet. We're not going to put the mic anywhere close. It's just a few feet away. It's like where your head would be, obviously a listening position. And we're going to see what these two, basically what an amp versus a Kemper sounds like. So basically I've got a decibel meter here reading at about 85, 90 decibels in the room. Sounds like you would, maybe a little bit louder than bedroom level probably. You'd maybe be disturbing people, but this is about where I'd want to kind of be playing if I'm just jamming out in my room. This is basically where I'd want to be here. So here is what the Friedman sounds like on the clean channel. A little bit of grit on there, not much. Bring in a little bit of delay. If I want to grind it up a little bit, this is a tumnus. Okay, we're going to kill the delay. Here is the heavy channel on the Runt. Kind of modeled after the Brown Eye, I believe. Loud enough, I'm getting some feedback in here. I've got the amp pretty well cranked, and I have a power soak, a Bugera power soak on there to make it so it's not ripping our head offs, but that the output tube are getting pushed here. All right, a little bit of delay, and I'm going to push it with the tumnus. Just on the edge, or it's basically feeding back in here. Turned off the tumnus there. So that is a vintage 30. That is a Hughes & Kettner 1x12 with a vintage 30. So now we're going to flip over to the Kemper. Try some patches and see what that sounds like coming out of their cabinet versus what we just heard. Okay, so here we are now on the Kemper. This first thing you're going to hear is a Dumble patch. Michael Britt, right? Everybody knows Michael Britt. This is a Dumble. And again, I'm not trying to make it sound exactly like the Friedman or vice versa. I just want to show you the difference between what an amp coming through a Vintage 30 sounds like in the room versus what we sound like coming through the Kemper Cab in the room, right? So you can get that nice, big, punchy feel. So you're not coming out of computer speakers, you're coming out of a cabinet here. All right, so this is a Dumble. And this first setting, what this is we're not using the speaker emulation yet. This is what it would basically sound like out of your full FR cab, right? Your full range. Sounds okay. I'm gonna flip right away though to, here is a Vintage 30. You can see it got a little bit louder already, just punchier already. I'm gonna make sure we're sticking around 90 dB. So that's your Dumble in the room. There's your Vintage 30. If you wanted to juice it and put some delay on there, a little bit of like a Tube Screamer clone. Real quick, we're going to jump over. This is now a Marshall. 72 Marshall. Sure, we're still hitting about 90 dB. That was a little bit quieter. I'm going to bring up the volume just a touch. All right, now here is Friedman. This is Brown Eye, which should be pretty similar to the Runt. If we wanted to add the pedal, a little bit of a boost, treble boost, and then some delay. There you have it. Now, I'm going to change one thing. So right now we're listening to a Vintage 30. Like I said, we're trying to compare the Vintage 30 to the Vintage 30 clone or the Vintage 30 emulation. I'm going to switch over to my preferred cab, which is the greenback, or the creamback, sorry. If you want to hear it real quick, actually, we can go to the, here's a greenback. Starting to get a little bit of that feedback in the room, which is nice. Okay, kind of match the other amp. Now we'll go to the creamback. All right, this is what I like to leave the player set on, and this is now a Brown Eye with a creamback. Okay, sounding pretty darn good to me. I'm gonna add the treble booster and a little bit of delay. It's probably gotten a hair louder than we were. We creeped up a little bit in volume there. We're hovering around 90 dB. So there you have it. I've been really digging. I've always liked the Runt. When you plug it in direct with a little output in the back, it can sound a little bit thin. So we got the player just to sort of see if we could get a little bit better of a sound direct when recording and stuff. But just playing in the room, it didn't sound amazing to me through the using Kettner cab with the Vintage 30. So I wanted to see what the Kemper cab could do. And to me, it works a little bit better than just going through a cabinet, just going through a regular Vintage 30. Or even I tried it going through the through the Friedman head as well. Did not love that at all. So for a few $100, I did get the power amp here is the Hot Tone or Ho Tone or Hot One, the Loudster. Works great. I know there's the bigger Seymour Duncan brick thing. A lot more expensive. The Loudster was much cheaper. I think closer to like $100, maybe $120. And it's more than loud enough. I've gigged with it. The player profile with the Kemper cab, gigged with it. Was easily able to keep up with a guy using a 1x12 Rivera combo amp who, was playing loud over a drummer, everything. So no problem with getting volume out of this thing at all. So to me, Kemper player, I know they just came out with the updates for the profiler. I haven't got any of that yet. It looks like adds a lot of effects and stuff. So something to think about, maybe something interesting. But I haven't gone there yet. All right, so that's basically the deal. Kemper versus the real thing. And it's not a one-to-one. It's not exactly a Runt versus a Runt, but it's a Friedman versus, And this is just to get the idea of what it sounds like in the room for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bear vs. Wolf. More stuff coming soon. See you in the next one. Bye.